Hello everybody, I'm Daxon Islander, and this time I am being joined by Shalita Buffet.
Of the Manhattan buffets.
Fair enough. And this time we're actually be talking about a rather serious topic, the Trayvon Martin shooting, and how it's being, well, quite literally skewed by the media and has been admittedly skewed by the media by other media sources.
First off, I want to say his death was tragic.
Amen. It
And
was.
this conversation is not about him or his innocence or guilt. It's about how the media has portrayed his innocence or guilt.
Well, the media has made this story more than what it is. What exactly happened? I know everybody knows what happened. Let's give a little backstory to it.
He was just out after dark, coming home from a convenience store. He had some Skittles and an iced tea, and apparently he looked suspicious to the other person, and story ended up the child got shot. But the media, I don't understand why the media went national about it, because here locally in our town, we had a white tow truck driver drugged to his death by an African American woman, drug him in her SUV to his death, and that didn't make the national news. However, a white Hispanic male shoots an African American child, and the United States is in an uproar. The Black Panthers have a bounty on this man's head. Now, if the Ku Klux Klan had put a bounty on the woman who drugged the tow truck driver, oh my God, this United States would be in such an uproar, it would make the Rodney King riots look like a dance in the park.
Now, just to make sure, we do not speak on behalf of the Allen Rose or anybody associated with his family. We do not speak on behalf of his family. We are not trying to desecrate the memory of Alan Rose, the tow truck driver whose wire got caught on his leg and he was dragged by the woman who allegedly did not know he was there, yet eyewitnesses saw her swerving to try to get him off. And where was the media on that? Where was the media, with that kind of quote unquote racism?
Okay, in the Deep South, when we lived in Texas, there was a white gentleman who drug a black man to his death, and oh my God, that got national media attention. But it didn't happen when an African American woman, drugged a white man to his death. If we're going to show this on national media, I think all races deserve equal airtime and criticism.
Amen. And I'm getting to be thoroughly convinced that the media is responsible for more racial tension in our country than the KKK and the Black Panthers combined.
Exactly.
I mean, was this even really a racial issue until the media made it out to be one? Or was it one guy looked suspicious, another guy shot him? I mean, we don't even know the full details yet. I read a story on Yahoo News about how the media has shown its worst tendencies through this. There's been evidence of call splicing to make it sound like George Zimmerman followed him because he was black. When the call operator actually asked, "Can you describe the person?" He looks black. Is he? Oh no, the call operator asked, "Is he white? Is he Hispanic? Is he black?" He looks black. It was there has been so much twisting of a story to make it racist that I'm convinced that the media is trying to create racial tension.
Because it makes news and it gets ratings. That's all it is. It's all about their ratings and how good they look reporting this.
And that's one of the things that really pisses me off about the American people. If you talk to any of them one-on-one, they will tell you, mainstream media, oh, bullshit lies, bullshit lies. If you're talking about racism, we need to get past racism, we need to get past racism. But you put the two together, oh, nom, gobble, gobble, gobble. They will eat that shit up.
Well, it sells, and we're guilty for buying into it. We're the guilty ones buying the National Enquirer. We're the guilty ones watching the news and not voicing our opinion that they need to quit making this a racial issue. A young man was killed for buying Skittles and an iced tea. A white man was drugged to his death because he was doing his job, and she didn't want to have to pay the impound fee.
Oh, that actually, her alleged story was she didn't see him.
How are you not going to see somebody screaming, dragging behind your truck? That's like when I was in the grocery store and the woman cut in front of me. How are you not going to see? How are you not going to see 300 pounds standing right here in this motherfucking line? Don't tell me you did not see somebody. The people were honking their horns. How are you not going to see somebody drug behind your truck?
And I could spin that story too. I could come out and say, oh, she was a mega racist. She saw this. She could have seen this as revenge.
She was parked illegally. She knew she was parked. Somebody told her they fixing to tow your shit. And the bitch ran out there, got in her car, and drove off. And the chain got wrapped around Alan Rose and drug him to death. And how are you going to say you did not see him? If you didn't see him, you're blind and you shouldn't be driving to begin with.
But it was dark. But
it was not dark. It was broad daylight.
Did not know that part. But and I did not mean, and what I was talking about when I said she could be racist, I was trying to show how I could twist that story just as the mainstream media had. But nobody decided to put that twist into it, even though the majority of the American public, I'm sure, would have gobbled it up like it was like I don't know, give me an analogy.
Well, that's because they would say, you're being racist for saying she was being racist.
So can we call the news media, can we call the mainstream media racist for claiming that it was racist without even knowing anything about it, really?
I just think it's embarrassing that the national media will take a story like that poor child being shot and blowing it so far out of proportion, make it, not that his death was not tragic, but turning it into a racially motivated thing.
And I'm sorry, I will have to stand by the statement of the media is more responsible for racial tensions than any racist organization that America has. As I said, racism and media on their own, oh, everyone will deny it and just pretend, it's stupid. Well, not pretend, but acknowledge it's stupid and it needs to be gotten past. But put them together, nom, nom, nom. I love this. I can't get enough.
And the media just needs to realize they are there for one purpose, to tell a story, not to create a story.
Which is one thing that the media has not only made a hobby, I've made a living out of.
It's embarrassing that we buy into this bullshit.
Yeah, that is true as well. I mean, how many people were calling for the head of George Zimmerman, and they don't even know the full story yet?
Exactly. I mean, I can't believe that the Black Panthers have this bounty on this man's head when that girl from Florida, what's her name? Casey Anthony?
Casey Anthony.
Oh my God. Nobody put a bounty on her? She killed her own kid.
Yeah, and I mean, I was going to withhold my tongue, and there's a reason I'm doing this as a discussion with another person, because I can't word this right, but I withheld my opinion from this because I didn't know the full story. All I heard was this was racially motivated. Okay, do we have any evidence of this? No, he was black, he was white. He was Mexican.
The media called him white. Then come to find out that he was of Hispanic origin. And then now they're calling him a white Hispanic. Okay, white Hispanic? Is that anything like a black Hispanic or a black Chinese man? I mean, I don't get it.
I think it was just that they were saying that
they didn't want to let go of the phrase white.
Yes. But I think they were also going off his mother being white or his father being white and the other one being
I don't care if his mother was Mayor McCheese from McDonald Land. Why you got to make it a white thing? Because he's not white.
Well,
They will not let go of that phrase, white. Because then they've lost their racially motivated news story.
Yeah, but I'll be putting links in the description to the uh, Yahoo story on the media calling itself out, as well as a story to Alan Rose, somebody who lost his life here in Colorado Springs. And as I've said before, I do not speak, and neither does Shalita, on behalf of the Alan Rose, on behalf of Alan Rose, or on behalf
Or
of
his family.
or his family.
And we are not in any way trying to defame the character of this young man that got shot.
Trayvon Martin.
Exactly. Because, we don't know him.
We don't know what happened. There is only what
All I know is a young man got killed.
We do not know if it was racially motivated. We do not know if he was assaulted. We don't know if he assaulted George Zimmerman.
And I would be just as upset if that was my child. And I would be just as upset if that was my husband that got drugged to death.
Yes, sir. And just, all right. As I said, multiple links in the description. I am Daxon Islander, everybody. Shalita?
Speak up, gay Republicans. Yay.
Thank you, Shalita. Have a nice day, everyone.